Hey YouTube, it's Katrina. Welcome to day 113, I think, of the Orbit. Today's book review is for The Lightning Thief by Riordan, and this is the first in a series of 5 books called Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So this is book 1, and most of the people that I know have heard about this book, or at least the story, because of the movie that came out earlier this year in February called Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, which I thought is... I never heard of the book before. I saw the title of that movie and I was like, why is that title so long? Just 14 syllables. But let me just read you the back. Percy Jackson is about to be kicked out of boarding school again, and that's the least of his troubles. Lately, mythological monsters and the gods of Mount Olympus seem to be walking straight out of the pages of Percy's Greek mythology textbook and into his life. And worse, he's angered a few of them. Zeus's master lightning bolt has been stolen, and Percy is the prime suspect. Now Percy and his friends have just 10 days to find and return Zeus's stolen property and bring peace to a warring Mount Olympus. But to succeed on his quest, Percy will have to do more than catch the true thief. He must come to terms with the father who abandoned him, solve the riddle of the oracle which warns him of betrayal by a friend, and unravel a treachery more powerful than the gods themselves. So, I read this very, very fast read. I think it was... let me just find it exact. It was 375 pages, but it went so quickly. Very easy read. Easy vocabulary. It's actually really funny. I really did laugh out loud at some points, and I would say it's appropriate for anyone who has like a 5th grade reading level and up. And it was 6th grade actually. I remember I started learning about some Greek mythology, and I know some of you watching know that I'm a fan of like mythology and stuff like that. I just like the stories and stuff like that. Greek mythology. But I thought that this was a great idea for a book. It was really fun. It was, it kind of like retaught me like some of the stories about Greek mythology, and I liked the ideas, it was an original idea, like, definitely, in my opinion. Actually, this is a New York Times #1 best-selling series. I didn't know that till I read that. Right there, really tiny. You would think that they would make that a little bit bigger. Don't know. I also really like this cover. But, so, let me just think. I would think, after reading this book, I do want to see the movie, which, I heard mixed reviews, most of them bad. But I really enjoyed it, and I started reading the second one. It's The Sea of Monsters. It's also really good. What else can I say about this book? I totally called the ending. I just saw it coming, but I thought that the author did a great job at just alluding to, foreshadowing what was gonna happen. Oh, and I forgot to say, sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place right now. I forgot to say who referred this book to me. Yes, it was Loris, or Belle Cheeky, and you can see a link below for a link to her channel. And yeah, we were in the Strand, and I was pointing out books. I was like, you should read that. And I was like, tell me books to read. She was like, have you ever read this book? I was like, no. Wasn't that a movie? And she just picked it up and she handed it to me. So I'm glad that I read it. So thanks. Easy book review, really. The back pretty much covers it. I thought that was a great summary of the book, or give you a little taste for the book. And I will say, it reminded me a little bit of Harry Potter, for a few different reasons. One, Percy Jackson and Harry Potter both have dark hair and green eyes. What a coincidence. I thought it was interesting that the author decided to do books, like book 1. There's 5 of them, so it's like one stands for each year, kind of like Harry Potter. and his two companions, Annabelle, remind me of Hermione, however you say it, and Grover remind me of Ron. So if you know all of these characters, maybe you could see that. Isn't it kind of interesting too? The lightning thief in Harry Potter has like a little lightning bolt on his forehead and on the title of the name. But I'm not saying that the lightning thief is Harry Potter. It's not. It's Greek mythology. There are a few things that are in both books. For example, a three-headed dog is in both books. But very different stories. I have these awful mosquito bites. Can you tell how red my arm is right there? Maybe not. Okay, guys. Well, I'm pretty much done. I would refer anyone to read this. I think that it's a great book. Unfortunately, maybe the movie has turned some people off to the story, but let's see what happens. And I will finish reading The Sea of Monsters and review it for you guys. Okay? Have a great night, guys. Bye.